Hi, this is Sandy Kastel with WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, and we just completed our radio show here today on June the 20th with Gabriella van Rij, and she was our guest in studio, and we also had Randy Riccoboni on the phone with us today. So, Gabriella, you have written this fabulous book, and it's called
With All My Might.
With All My Might. And you were just telling me, though, some excerpts about what your plans are for the end of till the end of the year.
So one of the things is because I go to all these schools, and you never know what rolls out of a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the book that is going to, I would say by the 15th of July, the children's version, starting at, I would say age 8 and up, will be called I Can Find My Might. And that will be coming out, and we're going to present it to all the schools. And then last but not least, there is a toddler version coming out and there will be a lot of illustrations in that one. It's for parents to help children understand that it's okay to belong, okay to be creative.
Is that the one where you said it's going to be all the M&Ms?
Yes, both have all the
both
M&Ms.
have the M&Ms.
Because children really relate to it.
Yes.
My analogy about the M&Ms, I'll just quickly tell you, is that when you show a picture of only one color in M&Ms, the children shout, "Where's the color? What's missing?" And I go, "Great, the color is missing. So why do you think it's missing?" And then they say, "We don't know." And so I explain my situation and how you actually create outcasts. And I also explain what conformity is. Now the word children don't understand, but if you take the red Smartie among the sea of yellow Smarties, and you cover it in color with a little bit of yellow, but you see the red, the children say, "Oh yeah, you're pretending.
Ah!
You're pretending because you can't be you."
You were
They
in
know.
that cover.
Yeah, they
Right.
know instantly.
Right.
And the sad part for me is that they know that. That actually saddens me. Because if they know that, that means they've already experienced this at an early age. And I don't want them to experience that. I tell them that conformity is necessary for rules and regulations.
Right.
Otherwise it'd be a zoo out here. And I don't promote non-conformity on that level, but I think that you have a right to be true to who you are.
Right.
And so I do that in both books. So one will be 4 to 7, and one will be 8 to 12. And I found an amazing illustrator. I'm so happy.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And he's from Canada, and he's taken all my children's pictures, and he has exaggerated them, making someone really gigantic tall and me extra little, and so it really speaks. And again, we're going to do it in Spanish, and the reason I'm in Las Vegas is to unveil my Spanish book.
And you're going to be talking about that later on. Also, you're going to be here Saturday. You're going to the Clark County
Adoption and Foster Alliance,
Foster Alliance.
Sponsored by the Never Give Up Foundation,
The Never
Matthew
Give
Cox.
Right.
And this is, I have the address somewhere, but it's for the public. It's at 6 o'clock at night, and if they want to know more, I think they should call the Never Give Up Foundation.
Right, right. So a little bit about what we were talking about with Randy, because he has his book that's called The Big Picture, and what he's doing is he's teaching artists how to take their lives from being just an artist and becoming entrepreneurs so that they can market themselves.
It's really important.
And it's really challenging, I think, a lot of times for artists, as we were discussing, because we have that left brain, right brain thing. And as children, he was saying how even as a child that's an artist, they can be bullied or picked on or because or chided or whatever, because they are different, because they're creating artwork, or maybe they're not as active, over in the playground or something like that. And so even then they can be bullied that way. So the main thing is that he's encouraging people to go out and follow their dreams and take it and become marketing and market themselves. And you do a lot of marketing, and you were just explaining. You market other people.
I market to other people, but when you market yourself, you can always only get to one level. So it's really important what Randy is trying to teach, because I think you get so lost in your art that you don't think of all the possibilities that are out there, how to market yourself. So it's actually really important, I think, to either read his book or take his workshops.
Yeah, and the other thing is, as an artist, I think we have to have an active role in marketing ourselves. And I think even if somebody else is going to look at us from the outside, they're going to see what we've done so far, just like you were explaining.
Most imposters don't want to.
They don't want to. But if we know about how to do it, and then we get to a certain point, like you said, and then you hire somebody else to market you, because they then can look at you as the product. But it is important for us to know, because we have to learn a lot about the basic rules. There's the social networking. There's
social media. So
it's very important these days, and getting our videos out on YouTube so that people can visually see, like you said, just like children. It's no different with adults. A picture is still worth 1,000 words.
It still is.
You can talk and talk and talk, but when they see it,
they have to relate
yellow, and then you have red in there, they go, oh, it's different, and oh, that's me. I'm different. And that's part of what your book is about. You were different. You were adopted, and you were, and then.
But what is beautiful about the journey is that if we could show children that being different is
better.
Yes.
Or maybe not better, but is more than okay.
Because
and special.
You don't have to. Yes, especially special. Because you don't. That's how you get to be an empowered person as an adult.
But I think unless someone like you is going into the schools all the time and telling them that, they're not hearing it at home, that's where.
I would like to do more though. I say to the schools, I need to do more than just talk. We need to have breakout sessions.
Right.
We need to really create something where a speaker, whether it's me, whether it would be Randy, we need to come back to these schools on a regular basis every 3 months, so that they go, oh, there she is again.
That's right.
She's going to teach us this part. And because they need to assimilate too, and they need to bring it within their lives.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that children can actually compartmentalize really well and say, okay, I do not get this from home, but I get this from this person.
That's right. Just like teachers that I had when I was young, and I had somebody that was an English teacher, and she wrote, she read my stories and she encouraged me. That was something that my family didn't do as much. But they just didn't understand that area.
Mm-hmm.
They encouraged me with music, and but not maybe so much with the writing. And so I think that it's very important to go out, and what we're doing as Women in Music and Arts is we're empowering artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And by doing that, we want to do programs where we can go to the schools also and teach. And we've got that program coming up called Tapping Into Your Talents. Teaching workshops outside of the schools is important too, and I think but when you get into the educational system, then you're taking it up to another notch, when you're doing that, and that's what you're doing, by doing the children's books all the way down, like you said, to children. So you start them out with that right away. And
because the nastiness starts really early.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Sure
I write about the experience. My first friend, when I got adopted, was this little Italian boy, and he used to steal all my toys. But there was no damage done because I didn't know any better. And the next morning, magically, it always reappeared. So, because my parents did. But I thought the boy was really nice. And then when I went to kindergarten, after a month of being adopted, I learned the language, and then they sent me to kindergarten. There I learned what I call a lifetime of hateful words that last a lifetime.
Yeah.
And so there's such a discrepancy from the love we get from parents in those first few years, and then a certain disaccord when you go to school and you go, what is this?
What is this?
And so we learn friendships.
Right.
Really strange.
And Randy was talking about that too, remember?
Yeah. Behavioral patterns.
Behavioral patterns, yeah. That they're instilled in us as children, and then even as we become adults, somebody gives us a compliment and we go, oh yeah. I mean, we do it.
Yeah, we do it.
We don't, unless we consciously remind ourselves
that we're good.
That what we're accomplishing is good, and that we are unique, and that we have a purpose, and that it's okay to be who we are, and to be special, and to be different.
Yeah, but the compliment is also like, when we get a compliment, there's a part of it that's shyness. right? So that's the yeah.
Yeah. And there's
But
an
we
old
gotta
saying,
own
there's
it.
saying, accept
gotta
the
own
compliment,
it. Yeah,
accept it
I
and
agree.
own it. So, we're here with Women in Music and Arts and Gabriella van Rij, and we had Randy Riccoboni on the program also. And we'd love for you to come by our website, womeninmusicandarts.com, and check in with us and go on to YouTube, WIMA Radio, and you can see more about our artists and all of our interviews that we've had. And we just want to say thank you and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.